One of my activist friends from Florida shared this article, and it just came out on the 28th, which is today. And no, I don't need to subscribe. Um, I gotta cover this because this is so good. Lauren Boebert's failed gun-themed eatery will be replaced by a Mexican restaurant, y'all. That's just so perfect, right? Oh, too many pop-ups. Too many pop-ups. Too many ads. Shooter's Grill, the gun-themed restaurant owned by far-right Representative Lauren Boebert, has closed down and will soon be replaced by Tapatio's family Mexican restaurant. The situation is especially delicious considering Boebert's past comments against Mexican immigrants. God, I also was watching. I think it was the Rational National had like a panel with also that guy from the Humanist Report and a few other like live streamers. And I can't remember what the gal's name is, but she was talking about how we're those of us on the left, liberals, progressives, whatever, are constantly playing defense against the conservatives, the wrong. We're constantly playing defense against their ridiculous lies and just weird mental gymnastics and stuff, right? And it's true that we need to do a better job of being a little bit more aggressive and stating straight up, you all are crazy. What you're doing is mean-spirited. What you're doing doesn't, like you're just spreading hate against things that don't matter to you personally. I mean, we need to do a better job of being on the attack against their hateful views, right? Okay, so the situation is especially delicious considering Boebert's past comments against Mexican immigrants. Boebert's restaurant closed in July after the landlord refused to renew its lease. The New York Times reported. Okay, so there's a link to that. At the time, the landlord also refused to renew the lease for Boebert's political office, which it was located next door to the restaurant. Interesting. In a statement about the restaurant's closing, Boebert said the landlord's decision was purely a business decision with no political motivation. Okay, if you say so. The restaurant sold dishes with gun-themed names and required its servers wore guns on their holsters, like real guns, like they were, like all of the servers were armed while they were carrying all that food around. That's not a safety risk at all, right? The restaurant also matched her ardent views on guns. She's anti-gun control and has repeatedly claimed that firearm regulations are both unconstitutional and don't stop violent gun-related crimes. She also allows her own son and his friends to play unsupervised around loaded weapons in her home. Wow. How old is her son? Boebert has referred to Mexican immigrants at the southern border as illegals, rapists, drug dealers, and criminals on the terrorist watch list. This is kind of my point about the conservatives, the people on the wrong side of politics, is that they're looking to demonize other people around them because they need to propel themselves. They need to lift themselves up by putting other people down. And it's simply, it's spreading hate. It's being concerned with things that do not personally affect you. And it's trying to set up a class system where some people have all the rights and other people have no rights. But at the end of the day, it's just like goes against the basic lessons that most of us learn as children, which is to play nice with others, right? And these folks are so ugly. They're so ugly. No matter her feelings about Mexicans, a Mexican fit, by the way, I'm sure that it's not just Mexicans, right? I'm sure to Lauren Boebert, Mexican to her means anybody south of the border with brown skin. That's what it means to her. A Mexican family restaurant has placed a sign on her old place of business announcing it will soon open where her eatery once stood. I think that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is that these are just very angry, bitter people who are escaping into the idea of hating somebody else because they're so unhappy with their own lives. It's really sad. The world could be such a better place if people practiced basic manners and didn't act like white trash all the time like that.